Let's just wait a minute for people to arrive. Hello, Eve. It's good to see you. So anyways, yeah. Hello, everybody. It's Argent here. So people were asking me to do a serious political video, so I did a serious political video. And I had been meaning to do this for a little while, I just haven't had time yet. But basically what I do now for DSP is I kind of have, I don't know what you'd call it, an omnibus, maybe? But I just kind of take all the major stories from the last month, and I do one a month, as opposed to just covering every little piece of drama as it happens. Of course, if something like really big comes up, like the breakup or something like that, then I'll do that. But for now, I kind of think the good way to do this is just to do a monthly compilation. So let's see here. How busy is our pal? What is our pill? Let's see here. What has our buddy Phil been up to this month? Well, there's been a couple things. There's not really been something as big as some months. There's not a breakup. There's not my my house is under assault by the Illuminati. Something like that. There's just been kind of a lot of little things. Mainly, though, what we're going to get into later in the main event is DSP had a massive stream where he just complained about how bad his life was. And it is like the most petty, lame bullshit I've ever heard. But before that, we have a couple things I want to cover. So this was just him ranting about people asking him to do reviews because, yeah.
Reviews. People are still asking me for these like you didn't listen to anything I said the past couple of months, so I'm going to reiterate myself again in this week in preview. Game reviews at this point are like on hiatus, a no-go.
Like, what is with this guy? Does he never shower? He always has sweat stains all over this place. And I'm just going to... This is a pet peeve of mine, is people who don't bathe on a regular basis. I don't like to smell BO. I try to bathe every day, and it just irritates me. People, if you live in Canada or a developed country, it's really easy. Like when I was in Spain, most hotels had a shower. Just step under the shower a couple minutes. Even if you just rinse yourself off. This dude's inside all day. There's no excuse he can't bathe regularly. Especially when his job is like a camera being pointed at his face.
And not a priority for me. If I have time to do them, like if I have...
Obviously, it's different if you work a physical job or something and you sweat all day. But even then, I don't know, just try to take a shower if you can. Once again, this dude has no excuse.
A day where, oh, there's extra time, let me just sit down and do a 20-minute game on a game I played recently. Of me just talking to the camera, I'll do them. The bottom line, folks, is that the game reviews are not making me any kind of money. There's not massive demand for them.
It's the only reason. Okay, but, like, let's look at this. Nothing this dude says makes any sense. So he just said, people keep bothering me about doing game reviews, but now he's saying there's no demand for them.
The people who are asking me are just people who aren't listening to the fact that I've explained to everyone. At this point...
Well, to bring up a joke I had for Elliot Rogers, so I gotta keep using it because it's awesome. Fuck you, you fucking people who want me to do game reviews. You're detractors, you ruined my life.
I'm becoming a primarily game-focused streamer. Yes, every once in a while there will still be edited videos like my year-end series. I'm still planning on doing those, but my focus is streaming.
He's not gonna do that.
Streaming is what's making my money. Streaming is what's allowing me to continue to do this
All
job.
that matters
yes, I'm uploading
is the money.
those videos to DSP Gaming afterward, but those videos are just basically an archive of the streams. I'm a streamer now, guys. You just gotta kind of accept this. Yes, I am still on YouTube, but it's more my archive stuff. I am a streamer now. Twitch is the future for people like me. YouTube is too ridiculous with content ID matches, not giving it full advertisement revenue and stuff like that, and low advertisement revenue in general, and demonetizing videos where if I do...
The demonetization has actually gotten better. YouTube kind of admitted they fucked up and they've made the algorithm less strict, so they claim it'll flag about 30% fewer videos. So that's good. For those who are wondering, it's gotten better for me. Contrary to like the edgy stuff I make, I don't really get that many videos flagged. A lot of the videos that I get flagged are just stuff that shouldn't be flagged. Like the goofy video I had of me filming the monkeys at Gibraltar got flagged as being advertiser unfriendly.
edited game reviews, they will be demonetized. KO Gaming has been blacklisted. I cannot even upload another video to that channel without it being instantly demonetized, so there's no reason for me to make those videos anymore.
No reason.
If you
the
want
only
my
reason.
thoughts on a game,
I love that. That's the only reason to do things is because I make money. The only one.
Game, watch me play the game. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Watch the fucking game playthrough, and you'll...
If you want, like, 20-minute thoughts on a game, then watch my shitty, like, 8-10 hour Let's Play.
know my thoughts on it, or typically in the last video of a game playthrough, especially if the credits are running, I'll give a generalized idea
So if the credits are running...
of what I thought about the game. If you really want that, you should be watching. You shouldn't be hounding me and asking me weird game reviews when I've...
Guys, I'm going to stop doing reaction reviews. If you want to know how I felt about a movie, you have to be there in the movie theater with me. And depending on how long the walk is to the subway, that's going to be when I do my review. But you have to be there. I can't be bothered to record it.
I've already explained 3 months in a row now, YouTube won't allow me to do my game reviews anymore. They demonetize
Can't
everything on
do it.
KO Gaming. And honestly, I'm so busy with the streams, and the streams
So
are what's
busy.
making me money and allowing me to do this. I'm going to keep streaming. If I have the option to do an entertaining and fun
Yes,
gameplay
I
stream
am
where people
playing
are
this
gonna
at a
come out
higher
and
speed.
be entertained, and they're going to be doing things like cheering, subbing, and tipping, and it's going to allow me to keep doing this, I'm going to do that over making a game review that's going to get 5,000 views and make me $1, because ad revenue is shit on YouTube, and they demonetize all the fucking videos.
Sorry, just responding to something Jetto said. I always see the ad for his merch in the video. Do people actually buy it? I have said this on record. If he were to release a shirt that said, "It is what it is, nothing I can do but I digress," I would buy that. I would unironically buy that shirt and wear it IRL. I'd buy 2 of those shirts. It's literally like the greatest expression ever because you can use it in every circumstance.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's just what I have to do. And I'll be honest with everyone, be real honest, I love playing the games more than reviewing them. I do. I would rather sit here and play the game and enjoy it and interact with people.
Dude, reviewing something literally takes like 20 minutes. Like, if you don't want to make a serious review, if you want to do what I do, I spend a lot of time thinking about what I want to say. Maybe, because let's say I have to take like an hour home ride from the movie theater or something. So I think about it. I go, okay, like when I was doing a review for It Comes at Night, I was thinking, I'm like, this kind of reminds me of Mask of the Red Death. So I looked up Mask of the Red Death. I just kind of laid out what I wanted to say, and I just came home and recorded it. And because I was doing something else the time I was thinking about it, like you can think about it when you're cleaning your house or something, and then you just sit down to record it. You don't have to do a ton of editing. It wouldn't take much work, but I guess it would take too much.
People on stream and have fun, and then maybe when the game's done, very briefly give my opinion, then sit here for 30 minutes and rant about a game. I know people like the rants and stuff, but blame YouTube. I'm not the person who changed. YouTube did.
Yes,
I
you
would have
were.
kept doing things the way I had been doing them on KO Gaming and everywhere. YouTube fucked up. YouTube lost their advertisers.
You gave
YouTube
up on
demonetizes
KO
everyone's
Gaming
videos.
long
It's
before
YouTube's
that.
fault. Only YouTube employees are to blame for the
Oh.
downfall of YouTube. Not us content creators, YouTube itself. They're the fucking reason the whole website's falling apart and no one likes them anymore. So... nothing I can do, folks. I told you.
Nothing I can
Future,
do.
Twitch
Yes.
loves me and my streams. Like I said, I got a
Yes,
special event
nothing I
this
can
month
do.
Where it looks like I'll be doing a special event with extensions, with stream interactivity, and people being able to like click on my stream and actually directly affect gameplay of games and stuff. There's some awesome stuff coming on Twitch. Twitch is the future for gaming. It's that simple, and that's all I have to say, folks. Twitch is the future.
Okay, once again, I commute several hours a day. I work like 50 hours a week, and somehow I have time to record reviews. I don't know.
YouTube is the distant past. They've become too much of a bureaucratic, business-oriented bunch of buttfucks who don't understand their culture. They don't even understand their viewer base. Instead, in fact,
Okay, let's see. Your Super 360, thank you. I was going to ask if someone in the chat could talk about knew that. Okay, so last month, DSP made $2,650 in bits and subs alone, not including Patreon, which is another $1,200. Okay, so let me just look at this, just because I've talked about this before. So that's $2,800 a month between Twitch and Patreon. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, so that is 33,600, which isn't a ton of money. But let's factor in, I don't know, what's reasonable, like $1,500 a month. I don't know. Anyways.
they ignore their viewer base who tell.
So yeah, okay, so now we're going to get on to the next... by the way, hashtag Phil Snort Burnell. If you're not subscribed to Phil Bart Snort Burnell, then yeah. Don't worry, the Enterprise. We're just getting into the first of the 2 main stories I wanted to cover. Okay, so this game came out called Middle-earth Shadow of War. So Middle-earth Shadow of War is, well, obviously a Lord of the Rings game, and kind of the issue with it was there's 4 acts in the game. So, okay, so there's 4 acts in the game, and to get to the 4th act, you have to grind for about 8 hours. Now, what they did is, if you want to get the 4th act, you have to grind for about 8 hours. Or you can buy loot crates. So you can spend money to buy stuff in-game, to get through Act 4. So as someone who speaks the English language, to me, if it means if there's 4 acts in the game, that means an act is roughly a quarter of the game. Is that a logical presumption? So that would mean a quarter of the game is basically inaccessible unless you're willing to just repetitively grind, or you give them a bunch of money to unlock stuff. So kind of the complaint people had was, look, we're paying $60 for a full game. There's no online component. This isn't like Overwatch where the game was $60, all the maps and stuff and new characters is included, but if you want to get loot crates, it's just cosmetic. So I mean, that's fair, but microtransactions are shit. I admit though, I pay for them occasionally in Fire Emblem Heroes because I like Fire Emblem Heroes. Oh, oops, this is muted. My bad. Why is this muted? Oh, okay.
Well, play the game. Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh my god. I got some stuff to say, folks.
Okay, so basically, a lot of people took a position on the game that they weren't going to buy it because it's bullshit that a quarter of the game is basically inaccessible if you don't give, unless you give the money, which I think is a fair, let's see here, which I think is fair. And there's like, we don't want to encourage this bullshit, so we're not going to buy it. So what that meant is a lot of people weren't checking out DSP's streams because they didn't want to support the game. And he threw a fucking hissy fit and defended the game. Middle-earth Shadow of War.
I have to.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm hoping that the... Okay. Let's see here. Trying to fall asleep with the stress won't let me. I like Shadow of War, but it's not catching on. I'm being told it's boring. This sucks.
I have to, because you know I'm an honest guy and it's been bothering me, it's been bugging me, and I'm really tired.
For the record, anytime anybody says I'm an honest guy, it means they're lying.
Tired of basically people being just so gullible.
Okay, I really am. I'm done with it. I'm so tired of it. Right now I've been playing Shadow of War. I've been enjoying the game a lot. It's been 8 hours of gameplay, and out of it, I'd say probably 6 hours were pretty solid, good experiences. Well, maybe 2 hours were a little bit grindy, okay? I can tell you...
It's the best game ever, guys.
From the 8 hours of gameplay, the story is good. The
story's great.
Gameplay is a lot more fast-paced and streamlined than the original game. You feel more super-powered than you did in that original Shadow of Mordor game. It was a slow build where you had to sneak around and basically do a lot of grinding-style combat in order to get enough abilities to become powerful. In this game, from the get-go, you are powerful. Okay? So it's a different feeling of the game. Now, I don't know if they did that because some people complained that the original Shadow of Mordor had too slow of a beginning and it was too difficult. I have no idea. I think it's kind of funny because this game still has the stealth, right? The stealth element. However, you don't really need it in a lot of cases because you're so overpowered. You can just sweep in and destroy the enemies with combat and use abilities you can get pretty easy, or pretty early on in the game, excuse me. Now that being said, folks, all that being said, I'm enjoying the game. 8 hours of gameplay is good. People coming to the streams are saying they're enjoying it, yet stream attendance apparently has been dwindling massively. YouTube, I don't know, I haven't even checked the videos on YouTube, but you have to...
Oh, okay. Just my internet seems to be having a hiccup. Oh, is it working better now? Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to be having trouble running. I don't know. I don't have anything else in the background using internet. Oh, okay. Is it running now? Okay. Sorry, I have shitty Canadian internet. Canada has like the worst upload speeds of any developed country. Okay.
Assume it's probably the same thing, right? That people probably aren't watching the playthrough that much on YouTube, and all I'm hearing about this fucking game is that loot boxes have ruined it. The end of the game is a horrible grind, and the loot boxes ruin the game, and you have to buy the loot boxes to beat the game. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, folks. I really don't even want to hear it ever again, and here's why.
I don't want to hear it ever
You're
again.
fucking such a sheep that you're not actually following people who are playing the game, but instead you're just following these stupid drama videos on YouTube and these dumb fuck YouTubers who have to hype up drama in order to get views and basically slander games in order to get fucking views because they're in such dire straits with their ad revenue plummeting and everything, which is obviously what this whole fucking stupid controversy is about. You need to wake up.
You need to wake up, and you need to fucking smarten up, all right? I'm well aware that there have been YouTubers who have been ranting, raving, and doing nothing but talking about microtransactions and loot boxes.
There's so much irony here. This is literally his fan base is people he tells to do stuff. I mean, yeah, like this is literally what he does. He just tells his fans, "Don't listen to anybody but me," and now he's criticizing people for listening to other people.
For the past week. Do you really
It
think
is
they
a
would
cult.
do that unless it benefited them? Honestly? Because I played 8 hours of Shadow of War, and I haven't had to open a single loot box, and the game is good.
It's the
All right?
best game ever.
But for what reviewers are saying, you don't need to open loot boxes or anything at all, okay?
You don't need
Basically,
to, unless you want to
everything's
play
fine
a
with
quarter
that.
of the game.
And it's not until the fourth and final act, which is optional, is
It's optional. It's a quarter of the game, but it's optional. Okay, maybe it's shorter than the other acts. Who
not
knows?
required because the game technically ends after the third act. But if you want to see the super secret ending, it's
super
basically
secret
a true
ending
ending
games, it's a
cutscene.
quarter of the
Okay,
game.
think back.
Imagine if you're playing like Diablo 2 and the fourth act was optional, which is probably probably the most unique act where you're in hell. Imagine that was optional and you had to like buy a microtransaction to play it.
Batman Arkham Knight, okay, where you can actually technically beat the game, but then if you want to see the true ending of the game, you have to grind endlessly to do all the Riddler trophies
That's
and shit
bullshit.
like
I hate that.
that. Now a lot of people didn't like that, but you know they didn't sell bat boxes. If WB Games sold bat boxes, and if you bought the bat boxes and it allowed you to just pass those riddles and get to the ending of the game, maybe people would have been up in arms. Okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, it's a single player game. If you're playing, all right, if you're playing a game that's single player and you want to see the super secret ending, not even the canon ending, but you want to see the super secret ending cutscene, and you don't want to go through the grinding that the game was designed to require you to do to see that ending, and you want to pay for a shortcut to do it, I don't see the problem with that. You know, if you pay to skip what you would consider to be boring, grinding, time-consuming gameplay scene ending, then so be it. What's the problem with that? There's gonna be people.
What's the problem with that? Well, it indicates bad game design. Now, I admit I actually did this for a game. I'm ashamed to admit this. I did this for Shin Megami Tensei 4, because Shin Megami Tensei 4 is like this. There's a shit ton of grinding in it. But for $2, you can buy the level that gives you the item that instantly levels you. So I did that. I didn't level 50 times. I leveled 10 times or something just so I could get through the game. But yeah.
People who want to do that, okay? Now, some people would say, oh, it's a dishonest practice, it lines the pockets of EA and the game developers or whatever. Yeah, it does. But the bottom line is, you know, it's in the hands of the consumer to decide whether or not they feel that seeing a super secret ending without grinding is worth spending extra money.
Maybe we should.
Oh, there's no need. Red Oak, see?
Seeing a super secret ending without grinding is worth spending extra money for. That's in the hands of the consumer, right? The game, Shadow of War, does not require you to spend more money to see the end.
I like how he respects their sleazy cash grabbing, because I think it reminds him of himself. And he's like, why didn't I think about that?
End of the game. It just presents the option, all right? So if you really want to complain about something,
Complain about human nature. Complain about humans who have all this disposable income, and instead of putting it towards something productive or important, they put it towards something stupid.
giving
They
me
take
money.
Shortcuts. Okay? That's the real problem here. Because the bottom line is if human nature was disciplined, and if humans had some kind of self-fucking control, right?
If humans were disciplined and people had self-control, like moving across the country and getting a second mortgage.
You wouldn't have microtransactions at all because no one would spend money on them. They'd say, I already bought this game. Why am I going to spend more money on this game? And you never see anyone put additional money into it, right? It's the consumer's fault that they come in and they dump all this fucking money into these kind of games.
So, here's the thing. Here's why I'm upset. I'm playing the game, I'm enjoying it, I'm showcasing the game on streams, on YouTube. I'm showing that in the first 8 hours of the game, it's been a pretty great game, and there hasn't been one reason to open a loot box, okay? From what I'm to understand, the game has 4 acts. Like I said, the first 3 acts of the story, the 4th act is basically an endless grind where you're trying to unlock the secret ending.
The secret ending.
I'm now in Act 2, so you gotta figure, if there's 3 acts, maybe another 8 hours, so the game's gonna be, what, 16 hours long? Okay? And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But yet, everyone I see on the internet is slandering this game. Shadow of War sucks. You need loot boxes to beat it. It's a piece of shit. Don't play it. What? Just look at, do this. I swear, you'll get a laugh out of this, okay? Go look at user reviews for the game versus critic reviews for the game. Critics are saying, wow, this
oh,
game's
don't worry,
solid.
Super
Over Shadow of
360.
Mordor.
That's
yes,
gonna
it's a
be
lot like the first game, but that's a good thing because the first game was good. 8 out of 10. Right? That's kind of like the general consensus of what professional reviewers are doing. Then look at the user reviews. 1 out of 10, loot boxes required. 2 out of 10, loot boxes. Loot boxes, loot boxes, loot boxes. Alright? People are fucking sheep.
Their money, give their money.
They pick these people on YouTube to be their fucking figureheads, their idols, their gurus. They're people who will speak out against great injustices in the world of gaming. And instead of doing any actual kind of intelligent thought or research for themselves, they just believe what these people say as the God's honest truth.
Well, but they're right. But it's completely, but they're right about it. They are requiring microtransactions to finish the game. They just don't want to reward this.
Even when there's evidence to the contrary, there's playthroughs of this game, including mine, showing the game doesn't fucking need loot boxes to be good.
But people are fucking stupid. Good job. Thanks for the money. You're stupid. Okay. I don't even know what else to say. Like, it's so frustrating to me.
That in the modern era...
Okay, like, who is watching this stream? Like, his fans, his viewers. So basically, he's telling his viewers to fuck off. He's telling his viewers that they're lazy assholes. He's done that in the past. Like, I would never act this way. I mean, these are the people, in his case, who are his livelihood. And he's like, yelling at them because they... I don't know, none of this makes any sense. Okay, but yeah, so...
We're also caught up in hype and or drama and all this shit. Destiny 2 will sell
Hype
ridiculous
and
amount of
drama?
copies despite being a repetitive copy of the first game with nothing original.
I thought he liked
Shadow of
Destiny
War,
2.
which actually is a great game, won't sell at all because everyone's talking about loot box.
Okay, so we have 2 more Shadow of War ones, and then we're going to get to the main event.
QuickBooks introduces Get Paid Pronto. New businesses have trouble getting invoices paid, so get QuickBooks and send that invoice.
I'll play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh my god. Oh my god, excuse me. Wow, excuse me. What a way to start. Sound good? I honestly, with what I'm hearing about the end of Shadow of War, I don't even know if I'm going to finish it. I'm definitely going to get to the part that becomes the insane grind, but I just don't know if I'm going to dedicate the time required to...
Guys, you don't need to finish this game and to enjoy it. You can get through this part. You don't need to buy loot boxes, but I'm going to quit.
To get to the true ending of this game. People are telling me it's a mandatory 6 hours of gameplay, if not more, of just killing and recruiting orcs to level up enough to be able to beat the game. That's pretty crazy. I'm not a whiny baby.
And I really don't know if I want to waste my time. And
Nope.
I say that
don't
very
waste the time.
matter-of-factly, because if there really is, this is true, and if there really is this grind, that is a waste of time.
It's
That's
a waste
just,
of time.
you know... Oh, wow. Bionichu just hit it on the head. He says, that's Scarface levels of grinding. It is. You know? That's ridiculous. Now, you know, if there were no other games out, maybe it wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm sorry, there's too much going on right now with new releases that people want to see and I want to play. I'm not going to hold off from playing other hot new games to grind
Not
for
gonna
6,
do
7,
it,
8 hours to
guys.
see the end of
Nothing
the
I
game.
can
I'm just
do.
not. That's really stupid.
So yeah, okay, and we have the rage quit, so we'll do that, then we'll get on to the kid he yelled at, and then we'll go to his pity party.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck is going on? What the hell?
Still not died.
I can't get away. I'm done. I'm dead. They wouldn't let me do nothing, dude. It's over. Yeah, this fucking sucks.
Nothing I could do. This game sucks.
It fucking sucks. It's too chaotic. It's not even fun.
What? I thought this game was awesome.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Not the sound of that. Talk Slayer! From now on, I will be known as the Talk Slayer!
It's not fun. It's too chaotic. The guy immune to fucking me flipping over him, immune to frost, immune to fire. Everything enrages him. So he's weak. He's strong against every kind of attack. And I'm getting hit by shit I can't see. So I can't. There's never a counter icon on the screen to counter any of the attacks. It's garbage. It fucking sucks. Region lost. I'm done. I'm done playing. I really am. That's it. That's the end of the game. The game sucks. The fucking Act 4
The
is
game
complete garbage
sucks.
made to fucking make money. It has
Whoa,
nothing to do with the actual
what?
game.
Whoa. I thought Act 4 was okay. You could play it without loot
The
boxes.
game ends at Act 3. That's
It
the end of
ends,
the game.
yep.
I'm not a whiny baby. Lame. I was dominating. I was winning. There was only 2 war chiefs left because this war chief kills me once. I lose. Fuck you. I have no fucking self-control. Alright, I'm done. That's it. This game's fucking terrible. Act 4 is garbage.
This
It's
game
great until Act
sucks.
3.
Whoa, I
And
thought
Act 3 is the
people
technical
should...
end of the game when the game was supposed to end. And Act 4 was added just to make money. It's garbage. Complete bullshit. All my fucking
But he said this game was amazing and that, like, the last part was okay. I don't
war
know.
chiefs are higher level than the ones attacking. There's one guy level 44 and he's immune to everything, and I get hit by a million off-screen animations and I die, and now I have to retake it. Go fuck yourself. And I mean that. WB Games, go fuck yourself. Monolith, go fuck yourself.
So, yeah, that was that. So we're just going to talk about War Dog Leader and then we'll get to the good stuff.
Okay, so I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Hope to see you on all the daily streams. Again, things will be going really good.
Actually, War Dog Leader, to be honest, isn't that interesting. So let's just move on.
The final 3 questions, ladies and gents, all from Twitter. First, from Yak Almighty. He asked, what was the moment in life that you were hurt the most? Honestly, this will be a sad answer, but, you know, it'll be an honest answer, all right? I'll be honest. I'll dish it out for you. There were 2 times in my life that I was hurt the most, all right?
2 times.
The first was when I was, I mean, you know, I hate to say it, betrayed by my longtime, who I thought were my friend,
Betrayal!
John Rambo and Howard, who over the years, you know, I did many things with. I hung out with them as well as made video content for YouTube with them, went to tournaments with them, traveled to conventions with them, and not once ever, I'm serious, during that period of time, except for one exception, where John Rambo actually had issue with one thing that I said, and we talked about it like men, and we hashed it out, and we agreed it was in the past. Not once did they ever say they had issue with me, that I did something wrong, that I was a bad friend, none of that. Then I move across the country, okay, to Washington, and a year and a half later, after I move across the country, after trying to retain contact with them and not hearing from, in particular, from John Rambo, who really was my...
Okay, well, DSP, what about the times you fucked Howard over and didn't give him any money? The times you didn't pay John Rambo? How about the fact that their entire friendship with you was entirely predicated on them giving you money? I mean, doing stuff that resulted in you getting money. I mean, if you look at all of Phil's relationships, all his interpersonal relationships are solely based on material gain. Like, it's either people doing shit for him or people making money for him. It's just really... I don't know. Eve is asking me about my accent. Yeah, I have a pretty normal Ontario accent. Most people who kind of lives in... Sorry, what about Lions? What is the issue exactly? I'm not really following. Okay, I don't know.
A closer friend. Howard was more of an acquaintance. He would join us for stuff every once in a while, but he wouldn't necessarily be like a main focal point of stuff that I was doing. It was John I hung out with a lot more. Every week, John would come over and make videos and stuff, and we'd shoot the shit. It was stuff behind the scenes of what we were doing for YouTube that was, you know, personal stuff that we would talk about.
I love how he films so much of his life that behind the scenes is literally stuff that's not on YouTube.
Okay. So a year and a half after I moved across the country, in particular John Rambo, to make a video out of nowhere. The other thing was, it wasn't like he contacted me and said, Phil, I got a lot of shit, grievances against you, and I want to make a video about it. Nothing, not warning, makes a video with him and Howard basically just kind of blowing up, talking about all these things, negative things that I had done and how I'd been a bad friend to them over the years and stuff that they never addressed with me. Because here's the deal, folks. Honestly, I wouldn't have been hurt at one piece at all if that was stuff they had said to me first.
They probably did.
So I was aware of it, and I was at least given an opportunity to fix what I was screwing up, or, you know, to not be doing the things that were annoying them. But the fact that for years I had known these guys, all the stuff I'd done with them, right? I mean, it's documented. How many thousands of videos with them did I make, right? That they had all this pent-up resentment hidden inside of them that they never stood up and said to my face and even addressed ever. And then,
I'm sure they didn't. He just ignored it.
and, of course, the internet makes me a villain and says, oh, Phil's a horrible person. Here's the proof. Here's a video from his two closest friends who say he's a terrible person. But what you got to understand is I was never told that...
Okay, so he said, I want you to just keep this in mind, he said they're his closest friends. Let's see how long that lasts.
I was doing anything wrong.
Never told.
So if you're not told that something is hurting someone, or that someone has an issue with you, or they wish that you would do something better, you can't change for the better. And that was the problem that I had with the whole situation, right? Is that I didn't know these things were going wrong. And if you don't know, you can't fix it. And so for me, when that video was released, was one of the most hurtful things that ever happened to me in my entire life, because these are guys who, at least I would say Howard, again, not so much. I was close with him, but
wait a minute, I thought you just said they were your two best friends. So they were your two best friends, but now you weren't close to Howard.
John, I mean, for years, this is a guy who I had given life advice to. He had given me life advice. We helped each other out over the years with personal shit behind the scenes besides the YouTube videos. You know, there were many things that we tried to help each other with over that time frame when we were friends. And
he describes this as like some sort of business transaction.
You know, there were times when, you know, financially, if I could help John in any way, I helped him, and he would help me emotionally with shit and stuff. You know, it was cool. It was like having a really close friend.
I love that. It was like having a really close friend. So he wasn't a really close friend. It was like the experience of having one. So we've gone from my two best friends to one of them was actually acquaintance, and the other one was a facsimile of a close friend.
That's what I thought he was. And, you know, again, no inkling whatsoever when I moved that there was anything wrong. And then for a video to just come out of nowhere and completely blindside me, that here's all the things that I've done wrong, and this is why they don't talk to me. It's like, that was incredibly hurtful. That was probably one of the most hurtful things that could ever happen to me in my life, honestly. Because you trust someone the way I trusted them, and for that to happen... And I'll be honest, since then, I don't have any real close friends on purpose, because...
Okay, I don't have any real close friends on purpose. What kind of a life is that? That's like one of the most... Let's hear that again. That is one of the most depressing things I've ever heard.
Since then, I don't have any real close friends on purpose, because for me to accept someone in as a close friend and to share personal shit with someone that... are going to do, you know, I'm afraid that someone might do the same thing. Tell me that I'm a good friend. Tell me everything's good. And all of a sudden, here comes another laundry list of shit, right?
I know.
Let's see.
I know I've let you
the other
down.
Thing, honestly, and this is more personal. I'm not
I've
gonna get
been
into
the
it.
fool
Obviously,
to
is
myself.
my breakup from this year. You know,
I thought
was
that I could live
years.
for
5
no
years is a lot
one
of fucking
else.
time. Now, I didn't live with her all that time.
And now,
we were going out long
through
distance for 2
all the
years. Where every
hurt
month she would
and
come
pain,
visit me for an extended
it's
weekend or
time for
whatever on
me
the
to
train.
respect
And then, when there was
the
opportunity for us to
ones
go on
who
longer trips
love
like
me
vacations and stuff, we would do
more
that together. And then finally,
than
we were making a life
Okay, I'll stop
together
saying.
out here. We got to move out to Washington, and you know, this whole house was a project of both of ours. You know, and to see it fall apart the way that it did, really, it was incredibly hurtful. And you know, that's probably something I'll never get over in a lot of ways, because that was 5 years of my life. You know, 5 years of my life given to someone, really, when you think about it, and to have that fall apart. Now, there's all kinds of reasons for what happened, and I'm not going to tell you, because honestly, it's none of your business.
Well, then why'd you keep talking about it? I mean, fuck me. Like, okay, it's none of your business, but he constantly brings up Leanna, and there's like a whole video of him bringing it up.
I'm not trying to be insulting or being stingy or whatever, but it really is none of anyone's business what happened between me and her and why the relationship fell apart, and I'm not going to really share that.
Well, stop talking about it.
It's just personal shit that you know. You've seen what happened with the personal stuff that we shared over that 5-year period, how it was twisted against us and used to troll us and nasty stuff. I would never reveal the personal shit behind the scenes that happened, you know, that led to us basically breaking up.
Then why, like, just say that. Dude, just say that. Just say, I don't want to talk about it, and then don't talk about it. Don't keep bringing it up.
But it is. It's incredibly hurtful. It is. It's incredibly, incredibly hurtful. You know, and it sucks because I'm always going to have that scar, emotional scar inside of me of some 5 years. The thing is, too, we documented a lot of the stuff we did together. Look at the videos over the years. Every holiday, we put up a Christmas tree together and recorded it. All the vacations we went on. Hell, DSP Tries It, a running series that started with me solo and then ended up having her added to it because we lived together, right? And now it's solo again. It's sad because you go back to watch DSP Tries It. Oh, look, she's in all of them, right? And it's like, damn, you know, she was a big part of my life. And to have that gone is just incredibly hurtful. All right.
You sound really hurt.
Things, definitely, those are the two things. So there you go, folks. Also, I don't know how many of you use either an Amazon Fire Stick, you know, Amazon TV Fire Stick, or how many of you.
Oh my God, that's amazing! There was nothing I could do. Yeah.
PS View, which is a PlayStation cable television service, but I have decided to try them because I want to cut the cable and get rid of my cable box and my cable service from Comcast, because right now I looked up my bill and I almost pissed myself. Guess how much I pay Comcast for basic cable? You will not fucking believe this. Are you ready? $138 a month.
Okay, so this dude claims to be broke. He claims that every dollar he has goes to pay his bills, aka his debt, and he hasn't looked at his cable bill. What? Like, to me, I don't know. This is just me just being a weirdo here. But to me, like, if you're in a really bad financial situation, what's the first thing most people do? They sit down, they look at their expenses, they go, how can I cut back? How can I make it so I have more money to pay down my debt? Because that's priority, not some of this other stuff. So this dude was paying $136 a month to get cable, which he doesn't even really use or need, to be perfectly honest. And he didn't even know about it.
For basic cable. Basic cable.
I love how he says it like it's a mystery.
You know, the bundle, not, you know, I'm not getting any movie channels. All I'm getting is the basic shit. $138 a month. I think what happened was, I originally, when I got them, had that, you know, you get that promo discount for 2 years, probably. So I was probably paying, you know, $60.
I don't fucking know what I spend money on.
$1 a month or something, like the low ass thing. And I never looked into it to see how much they bill me every month. It's on auto bill. And I look at it, it says, you just paid your Xfinity, you know, cable bill, $138. I said,
also, why the fuck does he have 2 internet lines?
oh, go fuck yourself. I'm done with this. I'm so done with this shit at this point. Seriously.
Okay, so Super 360 says, I don't believe him. It's like $30 or something with DVR. Okay, so that's probably true, and he's probably lying about it. I don't know why he'd be lying about how much money he's spending on something frivolous. Because, I mean, I don't know. Cable's really not that frivolous. I don't know.
No way am I ever paying that again.
No way.
No way.
It's the end of this. I just paid it for 2 years. I didn't even know I was paying it for 2 years. Let me just think about that. Let me just look this up. How much would that be for 2 years? So 130 times 36. So he spent like $5,000 on his cable without noticing it.
So, I want to get rid of it. And the only thing I watch on normal television, every once in a while, I watch stuff on demand because stuff is available on demand. if you have, you know, Comcast, or I watch wrestling, and I record wrestling every week, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. Well, guess what? I found out with PS View, it's the same shit, the same channels that I get from basic cable. You know, all the TNT, USA, you know, the channels that have movies, but also, you know, original programming and stuff that you can record. You want to watch AMC for Walking Dead and stuff like that. The same exact package, unlimited. Well, I don't know if it's unlimited. I'll take that back. But I know there's a lot of DVR space. It actually has a DVR built into the service, PS View. $40 a month. $40. I'm paying $139. It's $40 a month. Why the flaming fuck am I paying for cable television? I'm done with it. So I the Fire Stick's hooked up, and I set it up to record Monday Night Raw tonight. Okay? So I want to see what happens tonight, and see what the quality is. What's the quality of the show? Because you put in your zip code, and supposedly it accesses your local stations, and it did. It accessed my local cable, like news and stuff. I noticed that. So I'm curious to see, is it going to have the local ads too? Will I get the ads from Washington State on Monday Night Raw as it records it and everything? And I'm curious to see how this goes. And if this goes well, if Monday Night Raw records tonight, and if SmackDown Live records tomorrow, and the quality's good, it's up to snuff at what I'm used to with my cable, I'm done. I'm canceling it this week. And I'm going to tell them I'm returning the cable box, you know, when the first chance I get, turn off the cable. I don't want it another iota. Turn it off. Do not bill me. I'm done.
I'm done. End of this.
So we'll see how this goes. I hope it works out, because this is a giant thing about that. I'm going to be going from $139 a month to $40 a month. That's $100 savings a month. Boom. And considering that my healthcare costs are going to go way up next year, I need something to account for that. That's one way that I'm accounting for that.
The only thing I watch on TV is I like to watch Discovery and History, because some of the shows on Discovery I kind of find fun, like The Curse of Oak Island, or some of the gold hunting shows, and I sometimes like to watch Pickers, or just some of the documentaries on the History Channel. So I like watching that, but not enough that I ever pay for cable.
So that's good. Also, another thing I did to cut costs, I changed my cell phone plan, because obviously I'm single now, and for months I still had the plan as the old plan. I said, what am I doing? So obviously I told my ex-girlfriend, sorry, you gotta get your own phone. I'm not paying for yours. Canceled hers, and looked at my cell phone usage, and basically I used nothing. She was using everything. No lie. She was using all the data on the plan. I was using none, 0%.
Why does DSP even need a cell phone? I mean, let's be honest. He could probably get the cheapest plan possible. He never leaves his house, so he can just use Wi-Fi. He just can... I don't know, he maybe needs like $10 a month or so. I don't fucking know.
Because I use the internet here at home, and I don't use my phone to do anything when I'm away besides maybe take an Instagram picture here or there, which is negligible, does nothing. It's like no data use. So I lowered it to the lowest possible plan, and I believe now, I'm not even kidding you, I'm almost positive I was paying $100 a month for cell phone. I'm going to be paying $34 a month.
Okay, so by actually looking at his bills, he saved apparently $170 a month. What? So this dude was spending $170 a month on just random shit.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. I seriously couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit. And yes, the first marginal is actually 100% correct. He says everyone in the U.S.'s healthcare costs, at least in the middle class, are going to go up by about 33%. That is exactly right. Anonymous did a cheer and is asking, why did my healthcare go up in my opinion? With this action that Trump took, he fucked over the people.
Okay, here we go. Here, everybody, is the feature presentation. This is DSP bitching about his life and how hard it is. This is amazing.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening. To all of you thank you for being here. Sorry about the screwed up day that we had today, which I'll discuss in just a moment here. I am feeling better. Did get excuse me. I did get some extra rest in today. Thank God. Things have just been kind of messed up personally for me. I still can't go into detail because it's been a friggin' month and I still don't have any kind of an update.
The Illuminati, guys, the Illuminati keep trying to steal it.
I wish I did. Because seriously, I would like to know what's going on and, you know, how bad stuff is. If it will be bad, I don't know. As you know, about a month ago, I announced that I'm going through a lot of stress right now because there's stuff going on behind the scenes I can't really discuss.
Because the Illuminati's trying to steal my
share with
house.
all you guys
I can't
yet.
tell you guys anything.
And it's stressing me the hell out. And in addition to that, you know, my sleep schedule is still all screwed up. And in addition to that, my eating is all screwed up. Because of all the life changes that happened to me this year. You know, it wasn't an
What
easy
life
thing
changes?
Transitioning from, you know, being in a 5-year relationship and transitioning back to being single. In particular, the one major change that's really screwed everything up for me is that I don't have anyone cooking dinner for me anymore. So
Okay, like, this is really kind of irritates me, actually. So Phil was in a 5-year-long relationship. He proposed to this girl. He wanted to start a family with her. He's probably lying about all of this, but I digress. So we have all this, but he only ever refers to it as like a business transaction. Like, he only ever refers, Leanna did this for me. Leanna did that for me. Like, he doesn't give a shit. Like, he never talks about, like, I cared about her. She was an important part of my life. I looked forward to talking to her every day, and now there's an empty hole. All he ever talks about is like, with regards to her, is the stuff she did for him. It's kind of disgusting.
So, you know, I'm on a 4 or 5 hour stream. I get done with that stream. I have to rush downstairs to figure out what can I make for dinner to eat here that I can make and then clean up after myself immediately so I can get back to my second stream. And it's been pretty challenging. I'm not going to lie to everyone. You know,
It's the hardest thing ever to eat, to make food for yourself. Wow.
some of the things that I've tried work, but they end up really stressing me out. Like, for example, you know, making pasta.
Making pasta.
Pasta is not something you should eat all the time. Maybe eat it once a week, right? It's a lot of carbs. And I like pasta, and I like making a big pot of Italian sauce. So the pasta, you know, can be eaten with this sauce for a course of like a month and a half to 2 months. I stretch out the sauce because I make a ton of it, and I freeze it. The problem is making the pasta takes a long time. You gotta boil the water. You gotta boil the pasta.
Pasta takes a long time, guys. The pasta is a fucking detractor. Who the fuck complains about boiling pasta? Pasta doesn't... it's just
Stuff, right? I gotta thaw out the sauce. I gotta combine the sauce and the pasta.
so
I gotta
hard.
Eat, I gotta clean up.
I gotta eat. I gotta clean up. I gotta do
It takes me an hour
dishes.
and a half to really get through it myself.
It takes an hour and a
And
half.
I'm right back to screen. You know, I don't really have time to make any kind of complex dishes or anything like that because I just don't have the time. You know, I finished my stream around 5.
Okay, it does take... Okay, whenever people say it, I don't know. It takes probably 20 minutes to make pasta, to be perfectly honest. It takes a while to boil water.
p.m.
It depends how... I guess for me, I like it a bit softer than other people, but... with the dishes, don't you just put them into a dishwasher?
And then I'm back on stream around 7:30, so I only have about 2 hours because it takes about half an hour or more to get those videos uploading. So
How does it take half an hour to upload videos? Does he just sit there and babysit them when they're uploading? It should take him maybe like 15 minutes because he has a lot of videos to like make the thumbnails and put them up.
I really gotta rush. I'm rushing constantly. Keep in mind, that's not even accounting for the fact I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. You know,
I have to use the bathroom, guys. I have to use the bathroom. I have to use the bathroom. The bladder's at the track. Okay, we gotta listen to that. Use the bathroom.
and then I'm back on stream around 7:30, so I only have about 2 hours because it takes about half an hour or more to get those videos uploading. So I really gotta rush. I'm rushing constantly. Keep in mind, that's not even accounting for the fact I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. You know what I mean? So
I only have 2 hours to make myself dinner. It's
it's a lot different than it used to be. It used to be that, you know, as soon as I finished with my stream, dinner was ready. You know, I go downstairs, eat, and then just clean up, and then I actually had some relaxation time. where I could actually have a little bit of, you know, recuperating between streams. Now that's gone. Now it's like work. I wake up, immediately I'm off, I'm getting dressed, I'm washing, I'm getting ready for the stream. Then I get the stream set up, stream's going, you know, for 4 or 5 hours, done with the stream, upload the videos, gotta make dinner, so make dinner, eat dinner, clean up after
Oh
dinner,
my
right back to
God.
stream again. So really from the moment I wake up to the moment that I'm finally done uploading videos, which these days doesn't even really get done till after 11 p.m.
Oh my God.
That's 12 straight hours of
12
constant
straight hours.
movement.
12 straight hours. So like time where you make dinner. Okay, that keep in mind this is a dude who watched like a full season of a TV show in 2 days. It's like literally, I think it was Stranger Things or it was some other show. He watched the whole show in 2 days. And he's like, I have no time, but I have time to watch like 6 hours of Netflix a night.
It'll work. Boom, 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 boom. And it tires me out. You know, I don't have anyone else to lean on anymore.
I don't have anyone else
Don't
to
do
do
anything,
shit for me.
It's been pretty stressful, I'm not gonna lie. And that, you know, that being said, that being the case, you know, I gotta adjust to it. I have to.
Have to
you know,
adjust. It's
this is
too
my
hard.
life now. I gotta get back to it. You know, it sucks that I had 3 years where I got used to this routine and it was working, in my opinion. You know, and I adjusted it every once in a while with the routine.
Okay, so when I was in Spain, I watched this video and I was thinking about it. So I'm just going to list off some things that you can make that are inexpensive, that last a couple days, and are what I'd call nutritionally balanced. Okay, let's look at a couple things that are easy to make. Chili. Chili is very easy to make. You just throw a bunch of, you cut up some peppers and onions, you put in some ground beef, you put in some tomato sauce, etc. You can put in a whole bunch of veggies. You just let it boil for a couple hours. Done. You got food for a couple days. You put beans into it. It's nutritionally balanced. It's good for you. Okay, there's one. Here's another one. This is what I used to do in university. You take a can of tomato sauce. You fry up a whole bunch of veggies and ground beef. You mix it together. You make a big pot of pasta. Bam, you can eat that for dinner a couple days in a row. You just reheat it. That has meat, that has veggies, that has carbs. That's a perfectly acceptable meal. Chili's good. That's good. Stir fries are really easy to make. Just get some cheap steak. Cut up the steak. Or get a chicken. Chicken's cheap. Cut up some chicken breast. Mix it with some veggies. Fry it in a pan. And get some rice going. Don't even have to simmer for hours. Literally 20 minutes for chili. Well, my mother makes a huge pot and she likes to simmer it. So, but like with stir fry, what I used to do in uni, I would make a huge pot of it and I just make rice every day. So I just make a huge pot of curry and I'd make some rice and then I'd have it for a couple meals that day. Burritos. You can make reasonably healthy burritos. I mean, just put a lot of beans in. You chop up some onions, some peppers, some stuff like that. You can make burrito. You could eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But like if you're on a budget, it's really cheap. Like what can you eat for breakfast? You can eat cereal and maybe an apple or something. You can get some toast. You know, what I like for breakfast is toast and hummus. That's a good way to start your day. Let's see here. Toast and hummus is good. Baked beans is good. Baked beans is cheap and nutritious. What else is there? For lunch, he could just make sandwiches. Sandwiches are cheap. I'm normally just too lazy to cook. I cooked a lot back in university, but I don't really at the moment. Yeah, I have bagel and cream cheese. Like it's so easy. I do breakfast bars for breakfast in time. That's fine, but this dude is pretending like it's a mystery. Like it's some like I just was listing those are a couple meals you can do. Put a whole chicken in the oven and use that for a few nights, and you can make lovely chicken soup. Yeah, it's not too difficult. Bake some scrambled eggs. Make some scrambled eggs. Like I just bring this up because I think one of the things that's so interesting about DSP is it's literally a tutorial on how not to live your life. There's literally fully cooked rotisserie chickens for like $5 at a grocery store. Yeah.
Was working, and now it's I haven't. I mean, here I am. I mean, I broke up with my ex in May, so early May, right? I don't remember anymore. Yeah. I think it was early May.
I don't even
so
know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 6 months, and I'm still not into, a situation where I don't have a consistent sleep schedule. I should say. I can't. I try, and then shit gets to me, and I can't sleep. Most nights now, I don't even get to start relaxing until midnight. So I'm awake between, say, 10 and 11 a.m.
Oh, my God.
I'm doing constant work, constant setup to get the stream going, streaming all day, uploading.
What is, like, the setup to make the thing go? Like, setting up... Okay, let me think, what did I do to set up the stream? Okay, so over the last month, I just set aside DSP videos. So that took a little while. Was just watching them, but I would watch them anyway, so just added them. I sat down at my computer, I fired up OBS, and I hit the start stream button.
Cooking dinner, streaming again, uploading, and I don't get a moment of rest until midnight. So, and then it's now it's finally time to unwind, and I start to unwind, and maybe I'll watch a little bit of Netflix or wrestling or something.
A little bit of Netflix.
Play a couple mobile games on my phone, but then... this shit gets to me. I start thinking about stupid shit. I start thinking about, this looming stuff that's happening that I can't really tell you about.
Yep, the Illuminati.
I may lose my house. I have to move back to Connecticut, and basically everything kind of falling apart around me. And it's not good. It's not a good feeling. If anything, folks, I would say that definitely, the new games and the streams and everything I've been doing recently during this hardcore gaming season have been the positive of my life. Me playing these games with you guys and sharing these great game experiences. I mean, Shadow of War, The Evil Within 2, South Park, all outstanding games, and I've loved playing through them and sharing that with you guys on a daily basis, and I think you guys have really enjoyed that and appreciated it and come out to the streams, and, I really appreciate that. So... that's really been, like I said, the positive focus. And it's funny because then you read the idiotic comments, so maybe you shouldn't stay up till 5 in the morning watching Netflix.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
That's not the reason why I'm up. I'm not up till 5 in the morning because I'm Netflix binging. I'm up until 5 in the morning because my fucking mind is so, stressed out with all the shit that's happened to me that I can't even get it to calm the fuck down so I could close my eyes and get to sleep. And some people a lot of people today have recommended, because here's the other thing too, because of the way I've been eating, I gained weight, and I knew this was going to happen because I didn't have anyone to cook these nice meals. Like, for example, one of the meals I used to always have was like a nice lean pork loin with broccoli or, roasted potatoes.
That's not hard to cook.
Or, a nice barbecue chicken, baked chicken.
That's not hard to cook either.
Or like a healthy...
No, like pork loin, you literally just take the pork loin out, put some onions on it, put some garlic, that kind of stuff. Cut up some potatoes, put it in the pan, set it to cook for a couple hours. It's fine. Broccoli is easy to make. Like, literally, if you don't want to buy broccoli at the store, what you can do is, what I used to do when I was in university, is I just buy big bags of frozen veggies. You can get a big bag of beans, green beans, lima beans, carrots, peas at the store. I looked it up actually a little while ago out of curiosity. The frozen vegetables are just as healthy, if not more healthy, than fresh ones. Some people think they're healthier because they're frozen when they're ripe, whereas most vegetables are picked and then sent out and they ripen as they're sent out. But I'm just saying, like, what you could do is you buy a big bag of frozen broccoli, just throw some frozen broccoli in a bowl, put some saran wrap on it, like, just put it for like 5 minutes and it's done. This is literally the easiest shit to make.
Like a veggie mixed pasta. Those are all things I can't do. Those are all recipes.
You can't do it.
Those,
it's
I wouldn't
too
have time
hard.
to get back to second stream. Because not only do they take hours of prep, an hour at least of prepping and cooking, but then an hour.
Well, some of these things take a while, but you make them and you eat them a couple days later.
Hour or two of cleanup, plus actually eating, and it's not worth it for me to make these kind of delicious meals for myself, because it's just for me.
It's just for him.
So that being said, you know, that's what I mean. All those healthy meals I was eating and I would have my weight down are gone now, and now I'm forced to find things to eat that aren't good, you know.
Forced
For example, I've been having chicken and turkey patties instead of hamburgers. If I have a chicken or turkey patty with a nice lettuce and tomato, that's good for you. I'm having these nice chicken sausages that actually are very low fat, low sodium, low cholesterol.
Burgers are not hard to, like, the burgers you make yourself are a lot healthier than the ones at your store. I mean, they're not like bad. It's just literally just ground meat. It doesn't take very long. I sometimes prefer the ones I make because you can put like a lot of garlic and pepper and other spices in them. I bet you.
And they taste delicious. They're better than hot dogs, that's for sure. They taste better than hot dogs. I love them, and that's cool. But the thing is, I can't eat that every fucking day, you know. So I alternate between other things, and then there's 1 or 2 days a week where I have to eat out. Like for example,
he has to 1 or 2 days, more like every day.
The one day that I go out to run my errands, you know, like go grocery shopping and stuff, I don't have time then to come home and cook a big meal, so I just grab something quick on the way home. So I'm eating fast food at least 1 to 2 times a week, which isn't good, obviously, right? But it's necessary. I mean, nothing else I could do about it.
Nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing.
Oh my god. Switty Back Wheel says Rachel Ray does it in 30 minutes. If you actually believe that Rachel Ray makes any meal in 30 minutes, you are very gullible. Because, yeah, Rachel Ray's 30-minute meals means 30 minutes to cook, not 30 minutes to prep. And that's the fucking bullshit about Rachel Ray's nonsense. Oh, yeah, you know, 30 minutes to make the meal, but it takes fucking an hour to prep everything to get ready to cook it beforehand, so then it's not a 30-minute meal, it's a lie. So here's the deal, you know, I have gained weight since the breakup, basically. You know, I'm not eating the healthy food anymore. I'm not. And I'm not being as active. You know, when I was in this relationship, at least once a week we would go out, we would have an active day out where we would do stuff together, you know, walking around, whether it was window shopping or going to stores and walking around and, you know, do.
I don't like, there's fast food that's not that bad. Shawarma's not that bad. You get lots of veggies. It's nice. It's just, like, all it is just baked. It's just, like, roasted chicken.
Just doing activity, physical activity, and I don't even have that anymore. You know,
I love how he considers physical activity shopping.
Trying to do is, with the time off that I'm taking every couple months now, that's the time I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get out there and move, you know, but it's hard. It's hard when my lifestyle is 100% sedentary, where all I do all day is stream, sit on my ass.
Dude, you can just go for an hour walk a day. Just take some time and just go for a walk. You can plug in your headphones and listen to an audiobook or something.
And the free time that I get is at midnight. I can't go out and jog at midnight, you know? So, yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm in right now. So
it is what it is.
It sucks. I'm definitely trying to figure out what I can do.
Nothing I can do.
But in particular, in this case, the reason why I wasn't here earlier today for my stream is because the past few nights I have not been able to get to sleep. It's been this stuff on my mind that's been driving me nuts, and it's been making me feel real bad, both physically and mentally. And that's the worst. It's one thing if, like, mentally you're stressed and physically you're okay, or vice versa, but now both. Like, my body was tired, not feeling good. I got this worry, this stress in the back of my head. I don't know what's going to happen with my life here. And it all has just gotten to me this past couple days, to the point where last night, here it is, 5:30 in the morning, I'm not asleep yet. And I'm like, how the fuck am I going to be awake in, like, you know, 4 or 5 hours and do a double stream, 8+ hours of setting up and streaming games and all? How am I going to do this? You know? And so I went to sleep hoping I'd feel good. I woke up when it was time to wake up, and I was like, I'm so dead tired. Like, I just don't, I'm so everything. I'm drained completely. Drained. And, so I decided to just sleep in and say, you know, I can't do the first stream today. And listen, I know it sucks, guys, because I know that many of you are following along all these new games that I'm playing, and you're really liking South Park. Listen, I love South Park. It's one of my favorite games of the year by far.
Sure
and it sucks that I had to do it, but I had to do it for my own good, because I knew if I came here, you know, I would have been so fucking tired and drained. And the other thing is, folks, tomorrow is a really big day for me, okay? Tomorrow is a really big day where I know the special event I'm doing for Twitch to promote extensions. So again, full disclosure, this event is a paid advertisement for extensions. That's why I'm doing it. But I'm excited to do it. I'm excited for you guys to come out and try out this new thing and see how it works. And it could be the future of streaming on Twitch, you know, and I could be one of these innovators who's one of the first people testing this stuff out. And I'm very excited about that. And I know it's a big, important day, and I'm like, man, I gotta be ready for that. So I decided to just sleep in, and it sucked because, you know, I missed the stream. And, you know, that's another concern is when I miss it to finish the game. And that is crap because I'm in the middle of a gaming season here, right? Where things are so busy, there's so many games to play. And
There's
as you
so
guys
many
know,
games to play.
just coming up, this, you know, within a week, Friday night is going to be absolutely insane.
It's going to be insane, guys. I'm gonna stream for 3 hours.
3 games coming out at once that I'm gonna have to try to cover, right? And you know, I can't. I got WWE 2K.
It's too much.
2K18 that people want to see. People want to see the end of Spyro. People want to see more and the conclusion of South Park.
Oh my god!
I would much rather do all 3 of those things than grind endlessly in Shadow of War. I mean, just being real. And
just being real.
Being that this is a job where luckily I get to control what I play in my own schedule, I'm probably going to make the executive decision that Shadow of War goes on hold until I decide to either get back to it or just never play it again, you know?
Yep, never play it again.
That's garbage to me, you know? And of course now you get to the whole argument about loot boxes and all that, and you know, I am in agreement that loot boxes are complete bullshit and should not be...
No, you said that you supported
you know,
them.
in any game like this.
No,
it's
you said you
stupid because,
supported
you know, it's just propagating that people pay more money for a game they already bought. I disagree with the loot box practice.
No, but you agreed with
I don't think that boycotting Shadow of War is the way to go about getting rid of the loot boxes. I think with me, like, what the fuck? Seriously. Get the fuck out of here, man. That is so fucked up that people would do that. Go ahead. You know what? Officially for tonight's stream, you're the king of suffering.
Okay, so I have a couple minutes. So let's just look at War Dog, and this will be the end. Okay, so this one I don't know how to feel. Let's go.
Of course, now we got to get someone in the stream chat who wants to turn their own personal story into...
Okay, so War Dog said, Phil, I lost my brother very recently. I can still function and eat. What is wrong with some noodles or eggs or hell even cheese on toast, man?
You know, derailing the chat, and I'm not going to put up with it, so I'm just going to warn you right now, you know, War Dog Leader, there's no way for us to know if what you're saying in the stream chat is legitimate or not. You could be someone completely making stuff up, or you could be completely legitimate. Appreciate the sentiment, and sorry to hear about a family member that passed away, but no one wants to hear you make this about how I'm in the wrong for being stressed in my life because you have a situation that's worse. That's ridiculous. Go run your own stream if you want to do that. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, he's trying to make me look like a villain because he says someone passed away and he's doing better than me. Wow. Well, good for you. Maybe you're a stronger human than me then. Maybe you're a better person than me. Good for you. Go run your own stream and everyone can go watch it. This is my stream. People want to know why I wasn't here, and I'm being honest. Enough of this. Ridiculous. Everyone wants to turn life into like a competition. I'm better than you, right? It was like I was saying earlier.
Okay, now I'm going to be honest here because I'm an honest person. People deal with stress and people deal with circumstances in a different way. So I'm not trying to say that DSP's in the right here, but just for some people, DSP's situation would be very stressful. Maybe more than losing a family member. Now, objectively, is it worse? Of course not. But people handle stress differently, and people deal with kind of other stuff in different ways. I mean, I'm just trying to think of how to describe it. But I actually kind of agree with Phil here. It's just because the other guy is able to function despite bad circumstances doesn't mean that other people would have trouble in the same circumstances. Like, some people just struggle with depression, and something relatively minor can set them off. I mean, like, originally I think where triggering came from is people who had pre-existing issues, like pre-existing I don't know, pre-existing depression or anxiety, and something triggers it, and it speeds them into motion, and it brings up all that other stuff. So Super 360 is saying he should have said it like you, though, not like an asshole. Yeah, okay, so this is what I would have said if I'm DSP. Look, War Dog, I'm sorry that your brother died. It's a tragedy. It's obviously worse than what I'm going through. But you might just be a stronger person than me, or that might just be the kind of thing you can deal better. the truth of the matter is I'm going through a really hard time now. I have a lot of stress. My life is very uncertain. And I understand you're able to function, and I need to do better, but it's just been difficult for me lately. And just because you're able to function doesn't mean I have the same capacity as you. So I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't think it's entirely fair. So I don't know. That's how I think like a normal person would deal with it. I just, because I kind of get where he's coming from here, but he just does it in the stupidest way possible.
Someone in the stream chat was like, well, Phil, I know you're not feeling good, but if it makes you any feel better, I've been crapping my pants out all day. Like, I can't stop crapping. I'm sick to my stomach. And I said to him, you know what, dude? You know, some people, that may actually make them feel better. To me, it doesn't. To me, it actually makes me feel like I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others.
I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others. Sure you don't.
That's right. I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others. I'm not that kind of a person, right?
Because, I mean, something you have to keep in mind is people's emotions are real. I mean, that doesn't mean that their situation is objectively as bad. But Phil's, if he's not lying, which he probably is lying, but if Phil is literally up all night, he can't sleep, he's legitimately stressed over his situation, then his suffering in that case is real. Is it justified? I'm not sure, but I think to a certain extent you have to try and look at people's emotional and mental state. Now, DSP's issue is not so, like, to a certain extent, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I kind of sympathize with him a little. I mean, he got himself into this financial situation. It's 100% his fault. But he is completely fucked. Like, he's completely fucked financially. He's never going to get out of this hole. And I can kind of understand being stressed in this situation. I can even understand that having to just go and stream 7 hours a day and having to talk to people and, like, having to try to be entertaining no matter what can be difficult. Like, it would be hard on your throat. The issue with DSP isn't that he has real problems, is that he's a narcissist, that he lies about them, and he's a douche about them. So that's the thing, because, like, the problem is whenever I almost, like, sympathize with him, he just acts like a douche.
So when people want to compare sufferings and compare life situations, it's like, wow, you're the king of suffering, good for you. No, I'm just sharing, I'm being honest with you about what's going on. Now, I'm not going to have someone come in here and now try to make me look fucking bad on a stream that's my gameplay stream, that's for me to share my what's going on with me with you. Oh, well, my life is worse than yours and I'm better than you. Well, good for fucking you. Go on your fucking pedestal, you know, go bronze yourself and make a fucking statue to your greatness because you can do better with meals when you have something worse than what's going on with
really
me. Like, what
douchey.
the fuck? Seriously. Get the fuck out of here, man. That is so fucked up that people would do that.
He just goes so far on this guy. Now, the guy could very well have been lying. It's quite possible that he was, like, someone who's just trying to troll him. People do gaslight DSP all the time, but...
Go ahead. You know what? Officially, for tonight's stream, you're the king of suffering. You're the king of suffering. Good for you. Thanks for coming in and making yourself, propped yourself up on my stream. We really needed that. Really. Unreal. It would have been one thing if he comes in and he says, oh, you know, recently I lost someone, and so I kind of feel where Phil's coming from because he's going through tough stuff too, and, you know. No. Oh, well, I do better than Phil. Well, fuck off. No one cares.
Okay, even if DSP had have said, like, something like, I don't know, just been like, look, dude, it's not cool to kind of come in and say that and try to make me look bad. I kind of get where you're coming from, but it does come across like...
Seriously. And here we go. Here come the trolls. Well, I knew we were going to be here, too, because, you know, the trolls...
They're
trolls,
trolls,
when I come back from when I'm not feeling good. So good. Everyone, please, if you're a moron, please speak up now so I can get rid of you before we start with gameplay, because we really don't want to deal with your stupid shit. Unbelievable. Okay. And now War Dog has earned himself a bit.
That's completely out of line, Phil. You don't care about what
Because it's obvious either he's a troll or he's just someone who is just going to be here to derail everything and tough shit. Goodbye. Goodbye. Moron. I can't take it, you know? So, all right, so I'm having a bad time, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to purposely find someone else's stream just to say how I'm having a worse time than them, but I'm doing better. Get the fuck out of here. All right, so anyway, we're done with that shit. All right, okay, so I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Hope to see you on all the daily streams. Again, things have been going really good. YouTube is up. Streaming is up. Everything's good. So we can keep it at this level till the end of the year with all these new releases. 2 thumbs up to everybody, okay? So thank you very much, everyone, for your support. I know this week I got a little bit overwhelmed with some of the shit going on. Really not. It really wasn't me with streaming or anything. It was more behind the scenes stuff that was really getting to me, and I know I missed a certain stream, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to be here and dedicate as much as I can for you guys to stay healthy and get rest and be here every day with the releases. I'm going to do my damn best, okay?
Yep, okay.
I promise you, I'm doing my best, and I hope I want to say thank you for those who are understanding and appreciative, you know, and not making it all about themselves and trolling me every day, because you know it's really annoying when I'm not feeling good and I come back to stream and someone has to try to literally bait me to make me look bad, and then you know, of course, people spinning shit out of proportion of what really happened. You know, people circulating a clip on the internet of me supposedly insulting someone whose brother died, which is not what happened. What really happened was this guy came into my stream chat, claimed that his brother had died and that he was handling it better than I'm handling my own personal shit. He's able to cook meals for himself and get sleep, and I'm so much better than Phil because I had my family member die, but I can handle it, but Phil can't handle stress. This is literally what he was saying in my stream chat. And people were going to him like, dude, what are you saying? Like, why are you bringing up your own personal stuff? This isn't a competition. I call him out, but because I call him out, I'm the villain, right? Go fuck yourself. No, really. If you're that close-minded, that stupid of a person to think that, number one, that guy was telling the truth, and number two, that someone who's taking their own personal relative's death as a way to make them look better than me on my stream, when people are asking me what's been going on with me, why did I miss a stream, and make me look like a weakling or a villain, you think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself. You're an idiot, and if you believe that stupid shit, go right ahead and believe it, because you're gonna go right along with the millions of gullible idiots out there who believe everything they're fucking told. Seriously, it was obvious troll bait, and I was just trying to get rid of the guy so that I could focus on my stream and get to gameplay, but...
It's troll bait, but I'm gonna just keep addressing it and do like this crazy rant about it.
People want to spin it and blow it up. They didn't see what he was actually saying in the stream chat, all the inflammatory shit he was saying, and it's probably just a fucking troll idiot anyway. And by the way, permanently gone, and we don't have to worry about that shit anymore. We can focus on the positive stuff, the gameplay this week, and not have to worry about people coming in and troll baiting me in my fucking stream chat because I'm feeling bad and I'm feeling down or I missed a stream. Let's take this opportunity to make Phil look bad again. Why? You want to know why they're doing it? Because they're desperate. Because guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, the major group of people who really didn't like me, my detractors, are gone. All right? The people who were doing the really malicious, nasty stuff, they're gone. And now people have to find another way to try to get to me because it's not working anymore. You know, like I said, today they tried to DDoS attack me during my fucking promotional stream with Twitch. They knew that if the stream went down that it would hurt me badly, and they're still trying, and they're failing. And it's the thing. They're not going to get to me. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to cover all the new releases for you. I'm going to have fun. I don't care about these fucking dumb fucks anymore. And so, you know, believe what you want. If you're that
I don't care about them. Gonna make like these fucking psycho rants about them.
gullible and that stupid and that empty-headed that you think that someone spins something negatively that happened in the stream chat, go right ahead and go on your merry way. I've got plenty of other people who are intelligent and lined up and ready to have fun with gaming with me. Okay?
Like, Phil is intellectual content.
Okay, it's that simple. If you're that dumb, there's a door. Goodbye. And I've been saying that for years.
Well, he just bans everybody. How is he ever going to grow his audience? Okay.
And tons of dumb people have fucking left. Why do you think they're my detractors now? Because they're that fucking stupid. All right, everybody.
You're stupid if you're a detractor. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to end this with kind of, I don't know, an ending monologue or something. But I think what we're seeing, and I've been saying this at pretty much every video, but I'll reiterate because this is another good example. This dude is slowly going crazy. It accelerated when Leanna left. Just think about it this way. How often does DSP speak to another human being? Just think about how often does he speak to anybody? And I don't mean just in IRL, because I have friends I talk to on like TeamSpeak or Skype or something. But how often does he like speak to someone? How often does he interact with someone in chat? Think about that. How often, like, because I talk to people on Facebook Messenger all the time. Like, how often does he have a conversation with someone on Facebook Messenger, text somebody, talk to somebody? Like, he doesn't. Even if you're even if you're someone super introverted, if you don't speak to another human being at all for a couple days, it really starts to grate on you mentally. Like, even if it's just talking to somebody, even if you have like a cat or a pet or something, I think it's been scientifically proven that if you have a pet, the pet like to stroke and that kind of thing, then you that does alleviate the somatic symptoms of loneliness. So that's why he sees his chat as his best friend. Well, he does see his chat as his best friend, but he doesn't really talk to them or interact with them. He just talks at them and wants them to give him money. And, like, I kind of feel sorry for him in a way, because he's all alone out in his big empty house. The only human interaction he has left him. The only time he sees another human or speaks to another human is when he goes through the drive-thru or at the checkout. And he might use a computerized checkout and the computerized ordering thing. So this dude can literally go through weeks at a time without speaking to another human being. And that just makes you go crazy. And like the interaction he has is like people gaslighting him, is this like fake world in which everybody tries to suck him off and give him money. He lives in a complete fantasy world. Like it rots your brain. Back when I was unemployed for a lengthy period of time, I started to go fucking crazy. It's just the lack of a schedule, the lack of like purpose. I get he kind of has a job, but he doesn't go anywhere. Like, he doesn't even go to the park. I mean, like, if this dude was smart, he should get a cat or a dog or something. Get a dog and walk your dog a couple times a week. It's sad. Super 360, that's kind of sad, but karma is a bitch. I agree, and that's the kind of the thing what I try to do with these videos is DSP is a douche. We all know like his many flaws, but at the same time he is really a tragic figure, because he should be successful, he should be happy, but he keeps destroying his chances to succeed. Like, this dude could have been the next PewDiePie, but his own greed, his own issues destroyed him. And I think that's why people really find it fascinating, is you're literally able to watch this dude go crazy on screen. And it's just fascinating. Like, I don't know, maybe people are gonna say that I'm being overly sympathetic. Like, DSP has scam people, he does lie, etc. But just for the sake of argument, it is sad. It is pathetic to see just a human reduced to this. But no, there's nothing. He'll never learn. We're just going to keep watching him degrade further and further. I mean, this is a man who can't even boil water for pasta. All he can do is sit down, press start, ramble on for a couple hours, press stop. Except, like, people have to stop giving him money. They have to stop enabling this guy. I don't know. That's all I have to say about it. Anyways, guys, that is the DSP video for October. I'll definitely do one at the end of November, just covering the stuff that happened the month. If anything really crazy happens, we'll cover that. But thanks, everybody, for showing up. You guys were great as always. Had a lot of fun on the stream. Everybody have a good Friday and a good weekend, and more stuff to come.